Pole barn build from beginning to end. Starting October 10th, 2023, we started taking down trees in order to clear enough space to get the pole barn built. Also, you notice we have solar panels there on the roof. That was part of the intent to get rid of the trees that were blocking the sun. So this is the company that we hired, Marty's Cut Above Tree Service. Great guys. If you're in the area, I highly recommend these guys. There's the dad there with the hoodie on, kicking the branches. I'm not sure who the guy is chucking stuff there into the shredder. And then the son there, he's operating the little Kubota tractor. So I just had some footage of this and thought it was kind of neat. Watch that guy move them branches around. Really was thinking about getting one of these types of tractors at the beginning of the project, but did not end up getting one. Probably will in the future, but not as of yet. But yeah, that big maple came down right there to the left of the tractor, and there's a walnut tree there. So we'll watch this here for just a little bit, and then we'll get into some more of the build. Oh, on a side note, I was talking to the dad, and he said he'd had to rebuild the front axle on that tractor like 3 times already. Apparently he's a little rough on that tractor. Alright, my dad came over and helped me cut up all the trunks of the trees and chop them up into manageable pieces. But I tell you what, that guy right there, he'll work you under the table. I think he was about 79 years old at the time of this filming, and he's a hard worker for sure. Taught me everything I know. So we loaded up all the wood, and oh, here's pictures of us picking up the Bobcat. I didn't get a Kubota. I ended up getting a pretty good deal on the Bobcat. So here's me doing the service on it. She needs a little bit of work yet. She's a work in progress, but it worked enough for me to get the job done, get some grading done, and save a lot of money. I got quoted something like $9,000 to do the earthwork. Here we getting ready to moving the shed. I'll show you how we got it set up and how we're gonna move it. Okay, so inside we braced. First thing we did is we put 2x6s, 8-footers. This is a 12x12 shed. We put 8-foot 2x6s all the way around and put 2 screws in every single 2x4 going up. Then we crisscross braced everything. Then we got some 12-foot 2x6s laying on the ground and put a 2x4 upright, screwed that in. And then we've got a couple of pieces going, a couple of angles going up from there to there. So we braced everything up real good. And then we got some 1-inch conduit, PVC conduit for rollers to go underneath, because we're going to reuse that material for the barn. And then we went ahead and extended out our tank tracks. And the idea here is that we're going to pull this with a come along on the 4-wheeler and get this shed moved out of the way so we can get started on the pole barn. Okay, here's my buddy John. Asked him to come over with his Bobcat. He He's got a much larger bobcat than I do, and he's got a nice backhoe attachment. I got a backhoe attachment for the one that I got, but it needs some serious work. And my dad came down and picked it up and took it up north with him so he could use it and work on it a little bit. So we got Lester Brothers in here. They're starting to bring in our sand. I don't even remember how many loads of sand we got brought in, but I grossly underestimated the quantity of sand for sure. So we dug out all the topsoil, dug it down a little bit, and started dumping the old sand in there. Okay, so after quite a few loads of sand and some spreading, the puppies, you're going to see these guys a lot in the video. They really enjoyed the process and seeing the sand, and they just thought it was their own personal playground the whole time. There's Rosie. She's quality control. She's like, get the camera out of my face. So there's me and John spreading the dirt, or spreading the sand out. There's my mini compactors. So they basically ran over the top of this thing the entire time as we were building it.
This is exactly what they do when you freshly make the bed with new sheets.
Yeah. If the puppies are not your thing, you can just fast forward a little bit. I got them in there because they're my pride and joy, and they are having a good old time. That's Bobo with the coat on, Rosie the Rottweiler. Bobo, he's a pit bull, boxer, Shar-Pei, bulldog mix. We weren't sure what he was exactly when we got him, so we got him DNA tested. That's how we know.
Oh, good call.
Okay, so those were the guys that were helping me build. They were compacting. That was Jeremy, and Tim was helping me at the beginning of the project. So this is after we moved the shed. We had to build a base to put the shed on, so we moved it to a new location and just poured some concrete. And now we're drilling holes for the columns, for the piers. Now in this build we did not put the timbers directly in the ground. We are low water table, or a high water table, low ground, and I didn't want those timbers in the ground. So you'll see we're boring these out as deep as we can get. Some of them got as much as 65 inches, as deep as his thing would go. And then I couldn't find round sonotubes the size that we needed, so we just made some square forms for the top of the piers. That worked out great. In some cases the piers were real close together, and so we just tied them together on the top. I thought that was the best way to handle that. So there we got all the forms put in. Here's Menards bringing the first load. It was frosty that morning. Remember, we started this project in November 1st, and I'm not sure the date as of this point here, but I bet you we are at least third weekend of June, or third weekend of November. That delivery guy was pretty cool. The only thing is, I wish I would have not put the trusses right on the ground. They did get a little bit of stain on them from being on the ground. Wish I'd have threw some timbers to lay them on, but that's okay. Okay, so we had the concrete and the pumper truck come in because we could not drive the cement trucks down to the site, so we had to pump it. And we are getting all of the foundations in the piers poured. Not sure on the quantity of concrete, but all said and done, I had the pumper truck come twice. They had to pump the whole floor in. You'll see that in the pictures coming up. Then the neighbor thought it'd be a great idea to burn leaves while we were trying to do this, and I think she just waited for the day the wind was blowing our direction. It's kind of the Karen she is living across the street there. It's one of the reasons we built the pole barn, was to block out everybody so we don't have to look at them. But anyway, so yeah, there's Karen and her smoke signals. Not sure who was filming. Some of the guys were filming here and there when we had things going. So I drew in some video clips from some of the other guys as well. My wife as well. I think she took some video. All right, so we're getting ready to pour the concrete into the holes. Now, we're not concrete guys. None of us are, you know, and we're going to just work through it. I don't know, we got to the first and second hole, and neighbor stopped by and jumped right in, and he just so happens, he's a concrete finisher. He came over and helped us screed everything off and get everything set real good. Thank goodness for him, because we weren't doing it right. I was using a trowel, and he just brought his screed level over and screeded everything off and finished it off real nice. So we're getting ready to put those brackets in there, getting them all placed and lined up. Oh, got tank tracks for the Bobcat. Went to try to put them on, and I found that one of the rims were offset in too far. It's an odd rim, so it was catching on the frame, so I didn't get a chance to use it. Then we had some frost one morning. Yeah, I was a little bummed about the tank tracks. That would have made it way easier to drive up on that sand. This is my nephew and my other neighbor come over to help get all the brackets installed, getting all the posts put in place. So this is where I realized the Bobcat needed a little bit of help. It didn't want to start on cold mornings, so I had to blow some heat on there. So I got to work on that. Got it in the barn now. So there's our other delivery. Got all of our purlins and stuff. There's the group. There's my brother and my nephew helping with putting the columns up, or the posts. We're just using the wood that came with everything, and we'll reuse that wood. Got supports everywhere. Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Wanted to do a real quick update on the pole barn. So we've got the girts put up yesterday, and we got the finished grade, most of the grade done inside. Got to do some fine tuning on it today, and got 3 more girts, or 2 or 3 more pieces of girt to put up that far in. One thing I wanted to show you we came up with is we don't have heavy equipment to lift or to get us up there, ladders and such, and so we made these pick brackets, and they're designed to just clip on there, and then we throw a safety screw in, and then throw one of our header borders up there. And that gives us something to stand on as we're up there doing the work. And then we just take this one, move it down, take that one, move it down, and put the pick back up and keep on and going. And then what we'll do, because these are all spaced the same, we'll take this and move it up one row when we get to doing the headers. Let's see here, what else we got going on. Got the rest of this dirt brought in yesterday, compacted down. Ground's a little frozen at the moment, so we're gonna have to wait till it unthaws, and then I'm gonna work on grading out the top of this with the laser, getting it closer to where it needs to be. But another thing we found, I made a kind of a mistake, I guess. Maybe me, maybe the people helped me put the barn together. Originally I had a 12 by 12 here and a 12 by 12 here, and, or excuse me, a 12 by 12 and a 10 by 10, and I thought that would look goofy and uneven at the end of the pole barn, so I just went ahead and changed it to a 12 by 12. But they never recentered the door, so this is the difference between there and there is 11.5 inches. So we got to move these 4 posts that direction 5.5 inches, and just so happens our foundations actually are offset to the point to where that's going to work out perfect. So that's a change we got to make today. Let's see what else. I don't know, we're getting close. Worked on grade today. Probably insulation today or tomorrow. Tubing came in for our PEX came in yesterday. So we're getting close to doing concrete. And then we can do our trusses. Alright, we'll see you on the next video. Alright, so we got some plumbing done. This is me taking pictures for the inspector. This is our water line and our drain lines coming in for the bathroom. I had a buddy from work come in and help me lay this out. Appreciate you, Adam. The only bad thing about working doing this project in the wintertime is it gets dark pretty quick. So there's the insulation already laid down. And got the wire mesh going in over the top of it. Okay, here's the pumper truck, more concrete, and I've got a pile of help to that day. There's the guy right there squatting down. Oh, Tony, he's a lifesaver. I will owe him for a while. There's my 2 nephews, 2 of them. The guy pushing the tube is the pumper truck dude. Will be concrete. Great guys. Look at that. Power troweled that whole thing. He did such a good job on this. Such a good job. He worked his tail off that day. There's all the in-floor heat. Got the in-floor heat in the bathroom all in one spot there. I'll put the boiler in the bathroom on the wall. He ran that power trowel so much. Got a really hard, smooth surface. Great job. he worked into the night, and he got his I don't know, skis, sleds out, whatever they're called, knee pad sled deals. Had to finish the last little bit by hand. Man, what an awesome job this guy did. Tony is awesome. Tony, if you're watching, brother, hats off to you. Okay, there's Rosie. She's checking out the progress. She thinks this whole thing is her playground. Tony brought me the saw cut machine, so I went ahead and snapped my lines and saw cut everything to 1-inch depth.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Today I'm standing in the future shop / YouTube studio pole barn that we're building. Wanted to kind of go over a little bit of what's been going on. I haven't been able to film much of this. I do have some clips I'll be putting together in one big comprehensive video, but I wanted to get a video out there and show you what we've been up to. So what I'm standing in is at one end of a 40 by 80 pole barn, 14-foot sidewalls. I want to go over the full build and the fine details. At the end of the project, I'll go through the full cost, but I want to give you some of the features and thoughts into the barn and how we came about this. What I'm standing in here is going to be a 24 by 24 section for a two-car garage. We are eliminating the garage that's attached to the house, turning that into a master bedroom suite or mother-in-law's suite. And we got some traffic going by. So what we're going to do is have a 24 by 24 two-car garage right here in this corner. Over in that corner is going to be roughly a 16 by 30 game room, clean room, band room, man cave, whatever you want to call it, entertainment area. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but yeah, you can see it over here in the corner. Over here and about halfway down is in-floor heat and plumbing. We're going to go ahead and have a bathroom in there, and other side of the wall will have a bar sink in there. So the doors right here in the 24 by 24 are going to be 9 by 8 doors, 9 foot wide, 8 foot tall. At the far end, the headers haven't gone up yet, but you can see where there will be two overhead doors here, 12 by 12s right here. And let's see what else we got going on. I'll go ahead and take this and kind of go over some of the fine details. Okay, so what we did was poured piers everywhere the poles are going, because we have a high water table here, as we are the lowest point in the neighborhood, and one of the lowest points. And so we poured columns, and these were so close together. The 18-inch holes we drilled, at least 42 inches. Most of them are somewhere between 50 and 55 inches. But these two were so close to each other that we ended up pouring like a 2 by 4 pad under that. Same with this one and same with that one. But the rest of them here just have a 24 by 24 pad on top. And there's an 18-inch hole that goes all the way down. And I couldn't find 18-inch sonotubes locally, so we just made 24 by 24 inch forms out of what am I trying to say, 2x4s, and then poured the concrete. Use the laser level, get them all straight and level, and I'll show you pictures of all this. Yeah, I'll put a full comprehensive video together when it comes time to do the full video. So the concrete was poured. Now I had a buddy help me that's a concrete finisher. Gave me a really great deal, and I had friends and family come over and help us get this done. And there was a lot of concrete poured here. This is 46 yards of concrete, 4 inches deep. And the thing was there was a lot of work for one finisher. So we couldn't spend a whole lot of time fine detailing out the edges. But I wasn't too concerned with that because that's going to get covered up with a wall anyway. So the important part is out there where it looks nice and smooth. And I got video of the concrete finishing going on. So on top of these pads, we use these sturdy wall brackets, SW30, and they are a pretty robust bracket. There's a screw here, there's a screw down there, and then there's 2 through bolts in there. And then under the concrete pad, we got 2 inches of foam, and that's Foamular 250. That's 25 pounds per square inch crush resistance. I believe code requires 16 pound. So the Foamular 150 would not get it, so we went to the Foamular 250. And then around the edges, just to give the concrete some insulation from the outside, we put in 1.5 inch. I think that's 1.5 inch foam there. Yep. So let's see what else. I got prices on the grade work, and it was astronomical. So decided to get myself a used Bobcat and do a lot of that myself. So we just kept bringing in loads until we got it all done. I grossly underestimated the amount of fill needed to get this up to grade, but besides that, it went really good. Let's see here, what else? Oh, by the way, if you have any questions, shoot them in the comments, because I don't know really what to do on the as far as telling you what we did here. Oh, saw cut 1 inch deep all the way down, so right down the center, and then I went every other post, which works out to 16 feet. Here is the bathroom, toilet, floor drain, water line coming in. Here's a drain for the sink. And so what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to construct the bathroom in a fashion that it's actually, I can put a shower in here too, pitch the tile to that drain, and so we'll have a shower, toilet. The drain will also serve as a drain for the boiler. High efficient on-demand Navian will go in here, hanging on the wall. And we got 4 zones of heat, in-floor heat here. I'm going to go over that in fine detail. And then the standpipe here will be a sink, and I think I'm going to pipe a urinal into it. And then on this side of the wall, I'm going to put a bar sink. So this side, there's the 24 by 24 garage here, come up to about there, and then this section here is 16 all the way out to that wall. That'll be let's see, 8 and 8, and it's almost 30 feet, and then about an 8 by 8 bathroom. So I'm thinking about the 2 garage doors right there are going to be coming out of the house. And I'm thinking about putting them here and here. Oh, and there's a phone call, so I'm going to have to end this video. We'll pick it up later. Okay, so kept raining. I had to keep squeegeeing everything off, but here's some pictures after we got some headers up. Another shot of that pick we made. Yep.
Oh, and then the sky was so pretty one night, I just had to take a couple pictures of it.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Today is truss day. As you see, there's nothing up above us, but by the time we're going to be done today, we'll have trusses up. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm going to be part of the lifting crew, so I don't think I'll be able to do much videoing, but I will try. So let me turn you around and show you what we've done up to this point. So obviously the trusses go in these laminated beams every 8 foot, but then in between we have some 2x6s run all the way through the header board, so that's tied down, ties the trusses into the headers, so that keeps us from needing the hurricane straps or whatever. Yeah, so we got those going up today, and then be Christmas in a few days, and then after that all the tie vet goes up, the ceiling metal starts going up, and we start getting this thing sealed in. So kind of excited about that. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, not much else. I'll try to get some more video, try to get some video of the process of the lifting. And oh, you know, I guess I could have showed you. There's, she's telling everybody good morning. Here's the trusses laying on the ground. They've been here since day one, just laying there waiting to be put up. So looking forward to that.
So here's the crane showed up, and my wife took off and was driving around and took some pictures from distance as we were doing the trusses. Yeah, I'm not good with heights, so I was a ground guy. This guy sold his business. This is pretty much the last. He only had a week or two left of his operating his business. This was pretty much one of the last jobs he did for us before he retired. Yeah, we definitely changed the landscape of our neighborhood building this thing. So Timmy stopped helping us somewhere in the project, and Brad came in, and he's a rough carpenter. He helped us finish. And there's where the lift is going to go. We didn't put any insulation there, and that goes all the way down to the dirt. Ended up getting this, I bought two Baker scaffolds from Harbor Freight, put them together so that we could work a little easier up higher. Yeah, like I said, I was a ground guy. So that's Jeremy up there on the left. Big thanks to Jeremy as well. He was there every day for this project. There's what it looked like at Menards when I was putting it together. Some fascia boards going on. Here we go. We got some roof going on. Brad's just hanging out waiting for us to get him some more sheets. That's a profile shot of the roof metal. There, we got one side done. Now we're working on the back side. Brad brought a helper to help up on the roof, and ended up that guy didn't get all the screws in tight, so after the barn was built we had a few leaks, but Brad came back and fixed everything. Look at that, got a roof on her. Still got to do the ridge vent. Start to put the sides on. Rosie's always there. Bobo was out there too quite a bit, but Bobo's an indoor boy. Rosie likes being outside. Those small pieces there were for the gable ends up on the upper. I put wainscot all the way around, 42 inches up, I believe. I can't remember the exact measurement, but I can measure it if you guys want to know. And then I put a wainscot strip from eaves to eave on the gable ends. I was just showing how many steps I got in that day, 18,000 steps. There's my pretty Rose again. They're getting the ridge vent installed. There's those two 8x9 garage doors in the 24x24 garage door area. And it wasn't until after I installed them I realized, oh, look at that, they got damaged. So I took some pictures so that I could show the people at Menards. I think I'm just going to hammer dolly them out. It's not that big of a deal. And trying to clean up some of the crud. Wow, you would not believe how much dust and dirt was in there from... So on top of the in-floor heat, I'm going to have a double barrel wood stove set up in the large shop portion of the pole barn. So that's what all of this parts are for.